Hello and welcome to episode 3 of Sippin Tea, where we talk Tottenham, talk bollocks, and we don't sip tea.
I'm TJ. Oh, we gotta finish the intro.
Alright. Just get a sip. Sorry, can't get a sip.
No. I'm TJ. I'm from Mississippi. My friend Callum, he's from London. We met watching Tottenham in Dallas, started a friendship. Now we have a podcast.
Now can I get a sip?
Yeah.
Now can I get a sip.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. Cut my intro out.
Then what? All I did was take a sip. I picked my cup up. That's not cutting.
Yeah.
Alright.
Let's talk about the weekend.
That was a crazy weekend.
It was. Let's start by talking how you drug a dude from Mississippi with 3 Brits out to play indoor.
Well, funny thing that technically I dragged you to play with 2 Brits. I met another one there.
Oh.
So I didn't know that was gonna happen.
That night?
Yeah, no.
Oh, no way.
Mate, oh, you didn't know?
No.
Oh, mate, he walked in. You and Megan must have been like, I think maybe ordering a drink or whatever. He walked in, looked very lost and confused.
Yeah.
Right? And that's how I know I looked the first day there, the first time I was there. So I reached out, hey mate, you alright? You looking for like Just Play? He's like, yeah. And he's, where are you from? And I said, England, like, North London. He goes, no way, I'm from York. And I was like, oh, Leeds? He goes, no, Arsenal. I was like, get the out. Really? Really? You got one of the biggest clubs in England in your front doorstep, and you chose Tottenham. But yeah, so
I'm glad we're keep catching my live reaction that we didn't know that guy until I just thought he was.
Oh no!
I just thought he was
running
running with you and everybody else.
Nah, then we ended up out with him the whole weekend.
Yeah, that's why I thought you knew.
No, we didn't know him. No, but hey, when you meet a Brit, you stick with him, all right?
Evidently.
Yeah, no. So me, Connor, you,
Yeah.
Che too, and then like somehow too, like he walked in. Jonah's name. He walked in and he just like said, you know, to the host, oh, what team you want me on? And he pointed at us. So I was like, oh, you just banded the Brits together. Like the host didn't even realize he was a Brit. Putting him with us, you know.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Well,
and yeah, you played though, and you played well.
Tell them where I played though, purposely.
Goalkeeper.
The most American position anybody can play.
But you did come out. I forced you to twice. One time getting all the way forward and actually had a shot on goal. It didn't go in, but you had a shot on goal.
You know, I got to build my stats up. You know, start small.
I mean, it's better than Sonny. Ouch.
We'll get it.
Yeah, ouch. No, so you playing in goal though kind of means that we may have like a little competition now for goalkeeper at Tottenham, Dallas Spurs as well. So there'll be a rotation availability there off the bench for between you and Simon.
Maybe. You know, he's better looking and more esteemed. So you know,
about 5 feet taller.
I'll have to let him get first crack at it.
Did you enjoy it?
I did. No, I had fun.
It's a lot of fun, right?
It is. It was
playing for an hour or two. The thing that impressed me actually the most. Well, I mean, your stops in goal. You could definitely tell you played softball because you were just like shortstop and everything. But it was your agility. My first game there, I was gassed out halfway through.
Oh no, I was extremely. So that's why I went back and
you
go.
put on a great
I was
face.
dead. I was dead. I was dying inside.
Yeah, and then we just drink.
We did
3-4 pitches of beer after, and it's a lot of fun.
And then woke up the next morning.
Oh my. Yeah, because mate, yes.
Yeah, straight from indoor, 6:30 in the morning, down at the Irishman.
Man, you picked me up at 6. Mate, I woke up at 5:40.
Yeah. I had a tough game against Wolves.
Yeah, that was a little bit rough, but
I think they packed the middle on us. I think it was a good game plan. I felt like they played us a little bit kind of like Chelsea did, where they're forcing everything out wide for us.
Yeah.
Sometimes I feel like we lack a little bit of creativity in those matches, but
if you watch, it's only in the middle, right? It's that final ball. So Kulu, even in that game, like I just want everyone to know as well that when I say Kulusevski is going to be a Tottenham legend, like this kid, not man, kid.
Yeah.
This kid is phenomenal, and he is a man. He's pretty, you know, robust out there too. You don't let no one push him around. But he's younger than me. He's playing for Tottenham. He's on the wing, banging in crosses left, right, and centre. Like you can't say that like we had an all-round hard performance. It was just like I feel certain individuals had worse games than others, but we still had shining stars out there.
Yeah. Well, when,
Right.
and I guess in the second half with Perisic and his crosses, and maybe towards the end of the first half, right? I guess, but you know, for me, it's so impressive to see a guy back to goal at the corner flag, literally somehow do a little spin-a-ringy and just whip across the end.
Yeah, and I mean, even though we had, you know, Romero out, like Sanchez had a few iffy moments, but I feel like he played decent.
You know, Sanchez is a good defender, right?
He's just
He just offers you nothing on the offensive side.
I don't know. He's pretty big, strong.
He's
he
big.
can jump.
All right, I take it back. He's big, strong, he can jump.
Oh, that makes him a defender. Yeah, I guess that's the basic qualities of a defender.
He's fast. Let's not forget that.
Ish.
I think he's.
Oh
I think he's
no,
got
I
decent
do
recovery.
think he's very rash. I feel like he just sees something. He's like German Shepherd, like kill
Squirrel?
Like, yeah. No, he sees like someone halfway line. He's like, I gotta get that ball, and it chips over him. And he's like, oh shit, I'm out of position. What do I do? And you see him like long-legged, arms just outstretched, trying to just get back, and it's like
There's lots of limbs when he's running.
yeah,
It's not
you know if you just dropped, right, someone else would come and fill in for you. Like yeah, so I feel like he's. And you can't say he's young anymore either. So it's not that. I feel like that is just him. Maybe it's the way Colombia plays. I don't know.
Yeah.
But it's very aggressive, very unnecessary in some of his tackling too.
They've been throwing a stat around, and I think it's like the last 7 hours with Davinson in.
Oh yeah.
We got a clean sheet or something.
I did see that, and I put
So,
that Romero
you know.
on that. But like saying rash tackling, Romero has that too. But there's just something positioning about him different. Like
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Romero
it's
said he's been watching Van Dijk. Like
there's a calmness when Romero's on the ball that you know he pick his
Oh,
head up.
man.
He can pick a pass. He's
starts doing some
pretty
tricks.
comfortable taking it forward. Dawson and me and Indoor play a lot alike. We're like, nope, ball out, boom.
When you see the ball go to Davison's feet, you're like, Sanchez, kick it out. Please kick it out. Please what? And it's like only been 3 seconds he's still holding it. And you're already having a mini heart attack. You just want him just to hoof it. But normally that's not what you want in the Premier League, right?
Yeah.
It's supposed to be a league above that. When in doubt, kick it out kind of that mentality.
Maybe I'm the Dawson Sanchez of where we play crossbar.
Yeah, crossbar, yeah.
Crossbar indoor league in Richardson.
Oh man.
I'm just not fast, can't jump, and not as big.
Yeah, you are built like a string bean.
You know, genetics.
Yeah, and you're massive in goal, right? You take up that whole thing, so that's all that matters. But no, get back to the actual like game.
We'll get off Dawson. Thanks for another clean sheet, Big Davo.
While we were there that early in the morning, got full English. I only had a couple of beers, which I mean, still, you're watching football, whether it's 6 o'clock in the morning or not, you're still gonna have that. But then we left at 8:30, about 8:30, right?
Yeah,
When you leave at 8:30 after the game, got the points whatever, and then didn't just go back to bed. What did we do?
We had to do a little manual labor. You know, one of the perks of co-hosting a podcast with me is sometimes my wife wants a pergola, and
Just randomly buys one.
shout out to Wayfair. That's also somebody that could potentially be sponsoring this. But had the hard work done. Just needed a little help. Get her anchored in the ground there.
No, yeah, you guys are all done. I did the typical, you know, want to be a friend, but don't want to help in Texas hot sun. 2 weeks ago.
That's all right. You know, we
I was like, hey, do you need help? 3 hours after you told me you started. No, I'm joking.
Yeah. Yeah. So sweat out the W.
As I was gonna say, yeah, we sweat out. I was like,
yeah. I guess we can talk. We didn't hit on the goal. I guess we can go back and hit on that. Set piece coach again, right? The man is earning his wages. I think he's due a raise at this point. Sonny with probably an Erickson-esque corner where he
wasn't gonna make it past the front post if it wasn't one of our players there.
Yeah, Perisic showing his little veteran world-class leadership, flicking it back to Harry, Class A.
Yeah, right. Like what a pick out. You think he actually knew a runner was coming in, or you think that was just hope?
So,
because there's no way set piece said, hey, you kick the ball onto his head.
No.
He flicks it to Harry's head. There's no way that was the set piece.
I do think
the flick on thing is a real thing, though.
Yeah. I mean, I still think that was a reaction. I do think they are scheming to get Harry free on corners. And so I think Perisic probably knows that, hey, whatever we were doing, Harry should be at the back post, and if everybody did their job, he should, be somewhat free.
Running in off the play rather than being triple marked.
Yep.
Triple marked, just standing still and waiting for it.
Yep.
Okay.
Was it? I guess the goal was left kind of late. Was around the 65th, 70th minute.
Oh yeah.
I'd like for us to score a little. Mississippi coming out. I'd like for us to score a little bit earlier, and maybe more.
I think when playing Wolves, especially when you know they have that counter-attacking type speed, and also they've got our number. Like, you definitely were a little bit.
They always play us tough. They always play us tough.
They're a great side. They play everyone tough. Like, they don't play scared.
And I was thinking back to last year too. I mean, right? They don't give up too many goals now. But still early in the year to see if that's going to continue. But thinking about decompressing at least from last year, I was like, you know what? That's take a 1-0 against Wolves. That's what a lot of their games kind of end up with anyway. Yeah. Get out, go build a pergola, and then. So if you think it's funny enough to have 3 Brits playing indoor with the dude from Mississippi, you can then go watch the Anthony Joshua fights with 3 dudes from Brit and another guy from Mississippi. I wish I would have videotaped all of y'all singing the national anthem.
Oh yeah, that's pretty good.
That probably would have been a nice little video to add to our socials that we don't know how to use.
Missed out on that one. But no, yeah. So it was like funnier than just like us playing. We had our lovely ladies watching us. Right, so they're watching us, and then the next day.
Megan from the Dallas Spurs also joined us.
I was gonna say, but Megan wasn't quite down.
If you figure this out,
Megan wasn't quite down for the antics on Saturday.
No, my wife was different.
She had stuff to do.
She was finding any excuse to avoid watching. She's not a big fan of MMA or boxing in general.
Right, and I mean, she had been out early that morning too, and that was like we were playing sports and stuff. She was like, I can take it easy. Me and you soldiered on. Alicia then soldiered up and like got out there, got ready and everything. And we went, and it wasn't just like we ended up like sitting, drinking, talking at a mate's place, and then went out to the fights. And when we were there, the atmosphere in there was definitely like not normally your average fighting pub atmosphere. Like there wasn't many people really paying attention.
Oh no, we were maybe one of 3 groups at the most actually there for. I mean, for the boxing match right now.
But the place was cool.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we made the atmosphere. I feel like.
You think so?
I feel like our table did. I feel like our table made the atmosphere. Like me and Connor were shadow boxing halfway through the fight.
So I feel like boxing in the States isn't like near as popular as it is.
MMA surpassed boxing here.
Yes, for sure. Like I don't know if I had many friends that actually watch boxing. I don't even want to say like religiously, like occasionally.
That's why I love Tyson Fury so much. He brought the sport back.
Yeah. I guess I will say that. Like probably the last boxing match I watched, aside from taking the McGregor Mayweather one out, was I guess it was Fury Wilder 2.
Oh,
Whichever one where Wilder wore that goofy looking armor out in the leg, and then blamed it his legs were shot because that was
mud. He's a mug.
Yeah.
Absolute mug.
Now, why do you? So like, were you growing up like was still boxing? Like,
boxing. Yeah, boxing. Everything.
Always.
I grew up
okay.
like I did box. Like my little brother was a very good little boxer.
Yeah.
And like my stepdad got us into it. Yeah, boxing. Like you grow up. I guess like everyone like that's what you talk about. That's what you do. So I did it like that. Like instead of joining like pee-wee football or whatever, you got
Yeah.
You get you go to the gym. You go to your gym, whatever, and you do that. But no, it is definitely a cultural thing. I know that, and it is definitely like on a viewership point.
Yeah.
Like MMA is getting there too in England, and it's like kind of not surpassing, but like it is definitely it's up there. Like there's so many like UFC fans in England too. But it was fun, right? And we made the atmosphere. And going back to your point, I was very proud when Conor and Jonah did that. So the national anthem started. I heard it start. I nudged. All I did was a nudge, a small nudge to Conor. He sat up straight. So I think he had a hat. He took his hat off, held his heart.
No, I think I did that out of respect for y'all.
And then that let Jonah know, and then we all three just, yep, okay, here we go, and just sang, and then getting the cheers and applause after that, and a couple of boos in the background.
Yeah.
Mate, that's what I'm here for.
Yeah. We had a jam-packed weekend, yeah. So let's see, fights, and then we didn't, clearly at that point, we didn't make it all the way through the UFC fights. Did you see the knockout though from this weekend?
Oh, we did? No, that's the only fight we missed. Do you know?
Oh, yeah.
Remember the time we left?
We left before the main one.
Yeah, we didn't see the last two main fights. We lost three main fights.
Yeah.
Like the main
But who was it? Was it?
Usman, ain't it?
Yeah. Usman, but who beat him? He's a Brit too, right?
Rocky, yeah. He's Birmingham boy, yeah. Well, Birmingham boy via Jamaica, I think. He's born in Jamaica, but he's Birmingham. He's got a Brummy accent.
Oh,
full on
okay.
Brummy accent.
Yeah, I was just saying that. Did you see the video of the knockout?
Yeah. Oh, mate.
I don't know if I've ever saw like, I mean, there's definitely been in UFC like a ton of like just nasty knockouts over the years. But I don't know if I've ever saw a guy just lay in like with his eyes open, right? I mean, like knocked out. Like
I mean, it happens a lot. But like not, like you say, like you don't see that. You don't see people get sent to the shadow realm, as Joe Rogan said, very often. And I think what made it so spectacular it was Usman. He hadn't ever been sent to the shadow realm.
Yeah, well, and I was reading up on it too, and Usman, I guess, he more or less just had to fight one.
Well, I think this is their third fight or their second fight against each other. But Edward, what is that? It's Edwards? Yes.
I've been wanting to call him Leon Bridges, but I know that's not right.
Oh, I'm really sorry, mate. Really sorry. I just know that, he isn't. But he's fought everyone, mate. Like he's had like one of the hardest like roads to victory, and he did it in absolute, style. But what the crazy thing is,
it's Edwards.
Yeah, the crazy thing is he was losing that fight, man.
Yeah. That's what I was reading.
That's what it's like. That's what Joe Rogan again. Going back to him, he said every second of the fight matters. Like you down to the final second.
You never know, right? I mean, you're never out of it.
And
right.
I mean, I kind of watched some of the highlights. He wasn't getting like destroyed, right? But he was losing the fight, and you see it. He doesn't. It's not quite a fake. He just shows him the left jab. So Usman kind of is about. I think he's probably about to try and roll it.
Yeah.
Or at least lean down and cover it, and then at the same time, Usman's leaning down to cover it. Evans' legs coming up with full power, and they just smack.
Oh, I saw it.
Yeah.
If you froze it in time, like right when his leg connected, his knee looked like Edwards' knee. Looked like somebody threw a box of it looked like it was made up of a box of raisins. Like it had so many ripples and everything. It's just crazy.
So did Usman's head. I've never seen someone's head. It's bald, but I've never seen someone's head rip.
Obviously, right?
Yeah, but no, absolutely, that was great. And then that was a heavy one. Thanks to our mate Connor. Tequila shots.
Those ain't good for nobody.
No. But moving on.
Let's see. We'll wrap up Tottenham with Wolves after getting through a random path of UFC fights in our weekend. Who's your man of the match?
Ooh. It's tough. It's tough. I don't know. There's like I said, there's a few people that had some good actual performances, and then you could say Kane for getting the goal, but you don't really see him. Probably say Perisic? I don't know. Yeah, like
that was the official man of the match.
Oh, it was. Oh,
yeah.
I didn't. Oh, okay. I didn't see that.
Well, at least the one from like Tottenham.
Oh, yeah. I didn't. Yeah, it was such an early game. When they're that early, like it's hard to keep on tops because like we just clearly explained, we had about 3 days in one day. So it's kind of hard. Like I thought it was the day before that we played them, but no, yeah, it's kind of hard, and I feel bad for all the other guys when you say that, right? But he's special. He's special.
Yeah.
He's just.
I mean, he's one of those signings that I still find it a little hard to believe that he chose to come to Tottenham, right? I mean, he's one of those guys who could be anywhere else.
Champions League, isn't it?
No. Conte. New stadium.
Conte,
New stadium.
Yeah.
Still be cool. Maybe it's the Beavertown Brewery. I think that's what put him on the edge.
He was like, yeah, I really fancy that. Oh, man.
Let's
What about you? Who did you have gone with?
Yeah, I thought that was a good one.
Kulu, I would have gone with goal line for.
Yeah, Kulu would probably be my second just from what he was doing. Probably give Kane third in the running just for scoring the goal. Might have to throw Emerson in there. He may have been my fourth horse.
Yeah, he played well. We had a lot, mate. Like, we had a lot.
If you had to pick a new, we'll call it Sissoko status, of that GOAT level tier, who would you edge out? Would you do Emerson or Thomason as far as the guy that, you just love him, he's not real good, he tries pretty hard?
I don't love either of them that much.
Did you love Sissoko?
Yeah.
Oh, you did? Okay.
No, you can't not, mate.
Well, that's.
Yeah,
I'm trying to see
think
if those two are.
I would say
If those two are.
Who become the new Sissoko?
It's Emerson for me.
Yeah.
Just because
I
think he's so funny on like social media. Like his compilation videos he watches every week, they're just full of nothing but like maybe breaking up a pass or two, and then like an attempted back heel that goes out of bounds or something like that.
I get, yeah, and I mean, he
owns it. I feel like he's a guy that owns it. And I guess getting back to like the play, I think you see that right when he gets the ball in the final third, like he really doesn't want to cross it because he knows he's probably like that. I feel like he's one of those guys like like this is not going to go good, but this is what they're asking me to do. So
yeah, do you remember? Last season, towards the end of last season, what game was it? I was like, I'm probably being dramatic here, but this is like the first game we saw him make a cross. Oh, what game? Who were we playing? But do you remember I started the cheers for every time he actually crossed the ball, and like we had the pub like cheering when he crossed it. That was a shit house move on my part, but it's that's what we're talking about. Like he doesn't cross the ball, and that's going through his head. He's like, I should cross right now. Let's cross right now.
No,
I'm probably gonna go in the top row.
No. I think in his head he's like, ooh. I wonder, what do you think they call Conte? Conte?
Gaffer. I feel like I would just go Gaffer.
Yeah. I think Gaffer wants me to put it in. He knows I can't do this though.
Yeah, Kulu! Kulu, you do it for me! Pass back. No, I'm saying unless he's trying to do like a Rabona or something, stuff
yeah.
He's probably not gonna do it. I mean, sometimes he does.
I still think there's a player in there. He's still young.
Yeah, he is. Yeah. I think that's probably the Sissoko part of him. Is like, he could be good.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
that's an unpopular opinion.
Right.
I'm saying
I think a lot of us are ready to see what Spence can be maybe after Christmas or something.
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see. I am totally fine with rolling Emerson out there every week and
with Kulu in front of him and knowing Romero's behind, his centre, I'm fine with him being out there. Now Sanchez every week and all that stuff, I don't know, we might have to have a little look at that. Alright, hey, what's this you're telling me about a skunk?
We'll say that for the end.
That's for the end, so I don't get to know what you're talking about. You said to me...
Yeah, we'll save it towards the end. Thank you for that reminder.
No, you're fine. You just said to me earlier, I got to tell you about a skunk, and then didn't say anything else, and now I've just been sitting here waiting for you to tell me about a skunk.
We're gonna make look. If you stuck it out 20 minutes for this, I'm gonna make you wait a little bit longer to hear a story about a skunk.
Alright. Wait. Who really sucked during that game? I just want to know, like, because what made it so bad? I know we're really going on about this game that really wasn't that much to talk about.
You know, I mean, I definitely felt like our midfield struggled for the first hour.
Yeah, I mean, Bentancur still looked strong.
He did. In the second half, right, I felt like he was a little bit more engaged in the sense of, I feel like he was pressing more, like, and maybe it's in the sense of, well, we're about to draw the Wolves, so we gotta get something going. And Horbier, that man, whatever that last 10 minutes or whatever he had, like, no lie, right? I think we talked about this, like, when watching it. I literally thought that was Kane at the end when Horbier was taking it to the corner.
Yeah,
I was like, oh, okay, and I was like, wait.
Right. What? No, yeah. I remember you actually said that out loud too. Is that Kane? I was like, no, that's Horbier. I know. Okay, so
Viking got on his bicycle, you know, it was little.
So we'll put it down. So we'll put it down to then just like probably they're very good defensively.
Yeah.
And that we had a little bit of rough around the edges.
Yeah.
Not down to anyone.
No, I mean, which everybody, right, has been. I don't want to say frustrated at something, but he has not started off good. But again, it's also game. That was game 3.
But it's Son. Yeah. He ain't ever gonna worry me. I'm worried about maybe him not getting the service. Him and Kane not linking up. Why have I got to be that worried if, you know, if he's okay with not getting the Golden Boot this season, and Sessegnon is scoring and Dyer scoring and Kulu scoring, why would I be that worried if I'm a fan of the whole team? You know?
I don't think near as many people would be, I'll say, calling for Sonny to be rotated, right? I've heard a lot of people. We're not going to call it bench. We're going to call it get rotated because we've got a squad that we can do this. But right,
rewarding Richarlison. That's all it should be called.
I mean, and he's looked good, right? I mean, you can't deny that when Richarlison's been on any point in this season, like he's bringing energy, he's bringing excitement. He's looking good, right?
For sure.
Let's see what else we got.
We got
rest of the let's see. Some of this will come up rest of the league. Arsenal winning 2-0 to Palace. Man, ain't really played nobody yet.
We got
How was that last week?
So the one I wanted to talk about the most.
My bad. I had to scroll down far enough. Yeah, go on.
The one I want to talk about the most. And you already know what I'm gonna say here. But you want to jump into the shit house kind of link to it is Chelsea. Bunch of
America
rent boys. Nah, losing the lead. You ain't gonna complain about that, buddy. Ain't nothing you can complain about. Trying to say that this and that, and you're crying and.
Did you see his excuse this week? It was, he was saying something along the lines of a plane wasn't available to take them to Leeds. So he said some of the players flew, but the coaches had to take the bus, and they were really tired. And
him and Klopp should be best friends. Like, they should be best friends. They actually should be pen pals, writing each other love letters every night, because that's how stupid they are.
I bet they do.
I
bet they usually know.
They probably do. But no, like, and him not giving Leeds credit is like the biggest bitch move. To me, that you couldn't be more disrespectful to a very good side. That's like a low blow. That's talking about going back to the boxing. That's them getting punched in the nads, you know. Like, that's like a low blow. You can't like, oh, it wasn't Leeds played really well. We had struggled. I had my ban. I'm in the stat.
Yeah.
Shut up, you mug.
I mean, credit to Jesse Marsh, right?
Yes.
You know, I think I was definitely texting some Megan's family. He's actually a big Chelsea fan, but even before the season started, you know, he's like, it's so hard as an American to not pull for Leeds, right? Just because of the connection. Like
Yeah.
And so, we were texting back and forth after the game. And I think for me it was crazy. I was like, I don't know if I ever would have thought you would have an American coach in the Premier League having his name sung, by a stadium full of fans.
Yeah,
like,
and Leeds. Northern, Northern, like,
I mean, it's a
big club.
Right?
Club. Like, that's like big club in the north.
Yeah.
It's crazy, right? It's beautiful. Actually, it's one of the reasons why we love the game, right? Fans make everything.
Let's see. We'll get back to the list. We had Everton drew at Forest. That was 1-1. Southampton beating Leicester. Any other good ones? Fulham.
Yeah,
Showed up in sprint for 3-2.
They came. That got that late winner. Yeah.
Nothing else. West Ham still hasn't scored a goal.
See Mitrovic say that Ivan Toney.
Yeah.
He's Ivan Toney's idol. That's funny.
I like that.
I like that. That's pretty
yeah,
good.
especially with what the media was asking. It's like, oh, like, was he like, taking a dig? He's like, no, I'm his idol.
Yeah.
So smooth with it. Newcastle and City.
Oh, mate, how can we forget to talk about that? Yes. Did you watch that game?
So most of it. So I watched actually it's going to be bad, but so when Newcastle went up 3-1, I really needed to mow on Sunday.
Oh,
because I was playing golf, so
yeah.
I had to mow. Otherwise, I had to sleep outside under that new pergola.
Hey, at least we know it's secure.
Right, it ain't going nowhere. Yeah, and so it was funny. I mowed and I only mowed the front yard. It took me like 30 minutes to come back in. It was already back 3-3.
So you sweat out all that tequila.
Yeah.
Come back in.
So I missed whatever that 20-minute spell where City come back.
So I was kind of mad at that, but I mean, it's not like you're surprised, right? And the important thing about that game is Newcastle were up 3.
Yeah, I mean, and credit for them and somewhere. I don't know if it was Tim Howard or whoever they were doing the post-match conference. Where they were saying like, hey, credit for Newcastle, they went for it, and then if more teams went after City, like
us, like we do,
you may see them start to struggle a little bit over the year. And then yesterday we had the Man U and Liverpool game
again.
That
crazy. Yeah, it was actually to be fair, crazy weekend of football actually.
Yeah.
So
United are out of the pooper now, and all their fans are flying high. And
we had them relegated last week. Now they just beat Liverpool. But
so before we get to the game, did you see making it around on social media where the fans were outside the stadium protesting? So this would have had to be like Monday morning.
Mm-hmm.
And so they were walking Casemiro in. It literally just looked like walking in through an open parking lot. It's 2 or 3 bouncers, but then all of the United fans were going crazy, protesting, rah, and they see Casemiro, and then all of them sprint and start cheering and try and get a picture. And somebody had it captioned on Twitter, but it was nothing like a 5-minute pause on your protest to go get a selfie with your new $60 million signing.
Yeah, all I saw.
And apparently he made the difference. That's all they just needed to sign him. They didn't need to
he just had to watch and have fun in the stands. No, the one I saw with the fans was them throwing beer bottles and beer cans at the Liverpool, that was bringing Liverpool fans.
Oh, yeah, I missed that.
And chanting murderers, 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 and then United.
I don't get the murder reference, but maybe I'll have to learn me on that one.
Yeah, I'll get into it another time.
Next week.
Oh, I'll tell you off camera.
Oh.
Yeah, you shouldn't have it. Well, no, you can have opinions on it. Yeah, I guess. I'll tell you what.
Yeah, fair enough.
Alright, yeah, going on from that, I mean, I guess you can just go down your shithouse list. Or
so, on that, so number one on the shithouse list is, did you see Bruno hide the ball? Keep away from the ball? There's one thing to make an effort for the ball and when they come and bump you, either drop it.
I'm pretty sure he was on a yellow when he was doing that too.
Dude, he was literally acted like a dog that's trying to keep a tennis ball and playing fetch. He's just running in circles,
and acting like he was in the right. He was acting like I'm taking it for him. Yeah, I'm going up there for him. Yeah. No, you were holding it from him.
And then it was he was SpongeBob 20 seconds later. He's still behind the goal running. He fell into the goal once.
Oh man, and then he was on a yellow, because he had just got done for simulation about 10 minutes before, right? Yeah. He could have got red carded, mate.
He should have. Well, I know that get back on Klopp. I saw that he said they didn't lose the game. They just ran out of time because they spent too much time not playing football or something. Which, I mean, maybe you could say that in reference to Bruno's shenanigans.
In reference to the audio, I'm holding my face in the palm of my hand and shaking my head. Oh my goodness! I can't stand this man.
You know,
moving on.
His penalty merchant days are over. Now he's
gonna go.
Now he's just out there running around.
I'm gonna go on one of my rants if we don't move on.
All right, fair enough.
Move on.
All right, I put number 2 on the list was Jesse Marsh's. I don't think he was actually trying to imitate Duke, but kind of come across that
The
way.
jump, yeah.
But when he like sprinted down, but instead of like doing this jump, he does like this like pelvic thrust. It was like, I don't know, it was pretty American. Like I don't think you see too many.
It's funny what he wears too.
Too many Europeans celebrate like that, but the double fist pump pelvic thrust.
It was a fist, like the downwards fist pump. With the thrust.
Yeah, I mean that was us, right? Growing up in the WWF Rollins War days. That he should have busted out a good old DX symbol and just let everybody know.
I have no idea what that is, but I just want to again reference, because you guys can't see this. You didn't write Jesse Marsh's celebration. You wrote Jesse M. Selly. That sounds like he was in prison and he had
Fair enough.
Jesse Marsh's Selly.
What? I can't remember how to spell his name because I can't remember where that C goes.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, you're asking me, bro. I can't read.
That's true. Right. So I renamed.
That's what
I renamed it. It's now going to be called the Cow Pie List.
Cow pie.
Do you know what a cow pie is?
Yeah, cow food.
Yeah. Just make sure.
Bro, I grew up in like almost country, like pretty much countryside.
Yeah,
we call them cow pats.
See? At least you got it.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, so our cow pie list, so i.e. they on the poo-poo list. So going back to it, we're putting Mindy in there for allowing our wonderful American Brendan Aronson just to nick it right off him at the goal line.
He should get the whole list on his own for that. I know you got more, but man.
Yeah.
That's nearly as bad as the Hayers save then like pile out and letting it go underneath it.
We should have added. Bruno can also get back on the list. Did you see where he tried to clear the ball on their goal line and literally just looked like he was taking a shot and freaking 5'9" Martinez and every bit of him got in the way.
Man, what performance he had, but we're not getting into that. We're not here to talk about that. But yeah.
We're not. So I added this one, and I wish I could tell you the two teams, but I don't know who they were based off their logos, and I didn't understand their abbreviations either. But I guess in some of the Champions League, what do you call it?
Qualifying, right?
Yeah, whatever. Not playoff matches.
Yeah.
Today, there was a 90-minute own goal to send the other team through. And it was one of those.
I mean, in the morning.
They're 40 yards out. It's a cross. It's not even a dangerous cross. Like nobody on the other team's near it, and their back line.
Who was it? Tell me the abbreviations. I want to know. Do you know what countries it was?
No, I don't.
Well, that definitely helped.
I clicked on it a little bit, and it.
Yeah.
I didn't even. I think I saw the full name.
I hope they had like private security or at least some like police protection to get him out of that stadium.
It was ZVE versus MHA.
Oh yeah, bro, I know the teams. Yeah, let me see that. Yeah, that's Yeah, you know that. Yeah, you know that's.
I think
that's good old Zvenderville FC.
And they're out of Romania, right?
Man Hamburg.
Is that German?
I don't know.
Yeah.
But you know them, right?
Yeah. Anyways.
Standard.
Well,
Bosh.
If y'all go look up like 90-minute on Goal Champions League.
Alright.
It's so bad.
Hey, before we run the whole clock down, please talk about Mr. Virgil van Dijk.
I have spent the last day and a half just scrolling through Twitter. There's been everything from him having like glasses and a beanie on singing.
He's played every sport, right?
To him ice skating in the Olympics. Somebody said that who arrested him and put cuffs on him before that goal. That's another good one.
Excuse me, sorry. I was choking on my water. Oh man, arrested him.
Yeah, there's been there's the meme too of like the of like the black woman on her hands like
like the woman looking at
yeah, and they said who
but doesn't just like come down to one like mean moment. Like he had an awful game. Like, and I feel like it becomes so awful because you don't normally say that, right? Those things don't go normally.
I mean, yeah, people are starting to say, hey, is he, has he finally lost that step? One bad game. We'll see. Early in the
that's
season.
what we were saying earlier, right? It's Liverpool.
Yeah.
Just like we were saying, well, no, that's different. We were saying it's Man United, but they're probably still getting.
And I feel bad to put him on the cow pilot because he is so good, but dude, the memes.
Mate, the new Rolls Royce is in town. What are you talking about? He's gonna start learning from Romero soon. He's just got to start. He's just got to start scissor kicking people, and then he'll nearly be as good as Romero.
Maybe so. All right, we got getting relegated. Our list has been updated. I think we threw Everton back on it from last week.
Yeah,
because they're not looking real good. How long do you think Frank the Tank stays on?
Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah, if they keep out there. So now you've just lost one of his very few signings in Dele Alli, potentially lost to Turkey, stuff like that. So, and that's sensitive for me. I don't want to talk
about his career.
I don't want to talk about it, but it's sensitive for me. But yeah, he's probably not lasting much longer than Christmas, unfortunately.
I think we had Bournemouth in there last week. So
Bournemouth, and honestly, it's not because they're. Listen, it's not because they're not playing okay. It's just they're just. You can tell when a team like Brentford or something, right? You can tell when a team comes up into the Premier League and can run with the big boys, and you can tell when a Championship team comes to the Premier League and it's a Championship team. Yeah, it's just a step off it, isn't it? It's just a step off.
And then we're keeping West Ham on the list until they score a goal at least.
Love it.
Got Forest this weekend. Nobody knows anything about them because they signed 16 players.
Yeah, and spent trillions. No, not trillions. But spent a lot of money. A lot of people. Jesse Lingard, we know him.
Yeah, we're free, so he's not even factored in.
I think I got 2 Nottingham Forest players in my fantasy for some reason.
Yeah.
I don't even know who they are, but
big things out of it.
Yeah.
Go
on.
No. I think that's it.
I was just gonna say.
Anything else on the board you want to talk about?
No. Just going back to Nottingham. What do you think? Lineup looks like. Do we still have Son in there?
I think Sonny still gets another run out.
Yeah.
Son. I don't think
and
anything else changes.
If he does really well, do you put that down to it as Nottingham Forest, or do you keep giving him another run?
Yeah.
I'm never saying bench him. Like I'm not saying like,
are you
give him another run?
Saying if he has another stinker?
Well, no, I said if he has a good run against Nottingham Forest. I'm not. But what I'm saying is, we're going back to what we said: rotation. Rewarding the other guy, not benching.
Well, on the flip side too, though, it's coming out.
I know it sounds like snowflake, but
I think we're starting to be where we're starting to get to 2 games a week now for the next.
The draw is next week.
Yeah. And so we're going to have to start doing it anyway.
There's a lot of big boys and. Oh man, we've got anyone's number.
Not as big as
long as Romero.
Boss Conte.
As long as Romero comes, I was about to say, as long as Romero comes back this week, Kulu's on our wing, Perisic can come on, and Conte's on the sideline. Got anybody's number?
You're up for it.
Oh mate, I'm always up for it.
You just said all that without even mentioning Harry Kane either. Look how far we've come.
No, hey.
I didn't
Kane's
mean
jersey. No, I know. Harry, if you ever watch this, you're still England's captain, alright? If we're talking England, you're always there.
Harry, if you're dialing in to the Sippin Tea podcast for your career updates, there you go. There you have it.
I would just give you one more piece of advice, and that would be potentially just get in the middle of the box, maybe ask for the reception rather than dropping back. But that's that's just coming from a friend. Just coming from a friend, that's all. Be a 6-yard man.
Yeah. Well, let us know where else you think you're getting can improve Harry.
We'll coach you up. Hey, we've got indoor league, bro.
In case you don't know, I've been playing indoor now, so.
Not indoor. If any Brits are listening, not indoor as in like tennis court or basketball court. Turf, mate. Proper
Do you
stuff.
know? Yeah.
Well, we have indoor turf, but like if you say indoor, like predominantly, like people are gonna think like it's on a basketball court or something. With that felt football.
Yeah. I don't know what felt football is. But I'm following.
Yeah, it kind of feels like it looks like a football size, but it has like tennis ball material.
I'm about to say it's like an overgrown tennis ball.
Pretty much, yeah. It doesn't really bounce. I like the futsal balls, whatever.
Yeah.
And then we have like outdoor turf fields, like which is what I played on. Friday night football, bro. Friday night football is what I played on.
Really good.
Nah.
That's why you're here.
Whoa, hey, chill out. Hey, come on, man. I could have played for Tottenham. No, I couldn't.
Oh. All right. Anything else? You want to hear?
No, that's all I got. Hey,
you want to hear a skunk story?
I'm ready for this skunk story, and I'm ready.
So
kind of nervous, but ready. Yeah.
No, it's really not that wild. So went and played golf with 3 buddies Sunday afternoon, which, by the way, it was a fantastic afternoon.
Oh wow.
I mean, we got rained on for like 30 minutes, but even before and after that, I mean, it was maybe mid-80s, maybe 80s. Yeah. It had a breeze blowing, just a beautiful day. Yeah, for golf. I'm a terrible golfer, by the way. And it was really bad because the other 3 guys I were playing with, they're all like pretty good. So I would. Was
your mate from the PGA store?
Yeah.
Oh, it was. Oh,
yeah,
nice.
So he doesn't work at the PGA store. He would take offense to that, but yeah. Same thing.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Alright.
Same thing.
That's all I know about golf.
Same thing. Yeah, I mean, to the point where I would just not drive and then just throw out of the end because my short game is okay. But anyways, long story short. So, I mean, our tee time was 2:30, and by the time that we got done, I mean, I think I was leaving there at like 8:30. And nobody was behind us, not too much. So we were taking our time.
About 4 hours sleep combined the whole
weekend. Yeah. So I mean, we're leaving the clubhouse, and it is dark, and we are out in the boonies. I mean, it is like far west Frisco. There's some lake out there.
Oh wow.
I guess I should figure out what it is. But like, if you take Lebanon all the way down,
there's a road called Lebanon.
Yeah, we should probably take you up to Frisco at some point. But yeah, it's one of the major kind of like intersections with the tollway. But if you take it down, it turns into like this little 2-lane road out in the pasture. But there's a really nice golf course.
Oh wow! On a lake?
Yeah. I call it a lake. I don't think
beautiful.
It should be
lake. You know what I mean?
I don't think it's Lake Louisville. I have to look it up. Anyway,
out west,
but I mean, we're on the boonies. And so we are leaving, and it's funny, like I called Megan, like, hey, I'm on the way home, I'll be home in 30 minutes, you help me pick up dinner. And then it's one of those things where I'm like, huh? Skunk! And a skunk, I mean, had just sprinted right out and was right in the middle of the road. And I somehow, I mean, I didn't swerve or anything, but like I tried to, tap my brakes. And I didn't hear a thump, so I think people like you was still out there living. And I kind of looked back in my rearview mirror, and he was definitely moving. But I don't know if that was like muscle twitching or if he actually got away. And so I was like, I don't think I hit him. And then all of a sudden, I started smelling it. And I was like, he sprayed, And so I was like, whew. And I was like, he must have sprayed like right on me. And so then, dude, I'm talking about like kind of got home, and I'm like, yeah, I think I still smell it, and like got about it right, got up. So like yesterday morning, get back in the truck, and I was like, whoo, it is still so. I don't know. It's just all
going in your radiator or something. That's why your AC's like sucking it. Oh man, you know what you got? You went and got yourself a skunk air freshener. That's what you did.
So I did, and then to counteract that. So I don't know if you ever saw them. They're like these air freshener like bombs kind of thing. It's like a small aerosol spray can. And the way you use it is you basically turn your car on, blow the air conditioner on max, and you basically engage it, and it just uses up the whole bottle. So it's like, I mean, the directions are like, turn your car on, blow cold air max, hit the button, get out of the car, and shut the doors. And so this thing runs for like 10, 15 minutes. And it was like whatever, like your new car sim. So then, like, did that last night. So it was funny, like, me and Megan went and got groceries. Like, you gotta tell me if my trunk stinks, And then she gets in, she's like, yeah, it's pretty strong. She's like, I can taste it.
Oh, you can taste it.
So I was like, all right, we gotta do something about this. Yeah, so set that bomb thing off, whatever in the car, like opened it up, and dude, I mean that like new car scent was so strong. I was like, well, surely that took care of it, right? And whatever did. Got the truck this morning, and I was like, I don't think I smell it, on my way to work. And I was like, Now my truck just smells like somebody's been in here smoking a bunch of blunts and they just sprayed a bunch of like cheap cologne in here.
Like you got the weed car and you got those gas station weed.
So yeah, so now I'm riding around all day and my truck smells like, you know, like cheap perfume and blunts. And then, and this is then on the way here. So on the way here, I stopped and got Wingstop for before we hit the pod.
Yeah.
So then I was smelling my truck, and it was fried chicken, cheap cologne, and blunt smoke. And then, so leaving that, I was like, you know what? That's the name of the pod this weekend. You know, we could probably get dropped off in any hood in America, and if they get one sniff of this truck, we're gonna be all right.
We're gonna be good. We're gonna be good. Hey, that's pretty unique, you know, though. It's pretty unique.
It is. It is.
Well,
with that,
no. Hey, I was about to say, do you know what though? I now know to dodge skunks and make sure I dodge them with a mile in between.
No, you don't. I guess you just spray right up under it and just. You got been carrying it around.
Got you. Just said, hey, if you're taking me, I'm taking you with me.
Skunk says, I don't care if you're in your truck or not. I can get you.
All right.
With that, hey, y'all stay clear of skunks. And I ain't found a good way to get it out, but you can mix skunk with fried chicken and cheap cologne and it's bad. Maybe I'll update y'all next week.
Hey, you have to go put some orange juice in there. All right, catch you guys next week for another episode of Sippin Tea.
Bye, y'all.
See ya.